Yo, peace and blessings. Welcome back to another quick episode of Creative Success. It's your boy Burnell Washburn, here to spread some more empowering, uplifting vibes. If you're new, thank you for joining us. Welcome to the channel. I just like to spread empowering techniques and mindsets and tools to help you live a doper life every day here on YouTube. So if you're feeling the vibe, then smash subscribe. Today, since we've been kind of riding the abundance train lately and talking about money and prosperity and abundance, I wanted to share the real secret to attracting more money. And this is something that you really need to do and start implementing more if you're struggling financially. You need to give away money. Sounds crazy. Oh, you're struggling. I don't have any money. All that. You're broke. You think you're broke. Your bank account's overdrafted. Whatever. You need to give money. And you don't even need to give, even just a penny. But, it's not about how much you give. It's about how much love you put into giving. Even if you, have your last $5 and that's between you eating and giving it to someone else who might need it more than you or something, give it. Give it with a generous heart. The universe will always take care of you and bless you back. And, like they say, you don't want to give with expectations or else it's not really giving. You're not giving because you're going to give something back. You're giving because you can. Because you're showing the universe and you're showing yourself that you're blessed and you're going to be okay and that you have enough. You have enough to give. You have more than enough to give. In fact, you have enough to give generously and keep thriving. So you'll hear every successful person in the world who's a philanthropist or just a good-hearted person talk about, or anyone that has just a prosperous, positive money mindset is going to talk about the more you give, the more you receive. And the more you receive, the more you give. That's a mantra of mine, actually. It's the more I give, the more I receive. The more I receive, the more I give. It's just this circle that keeps blessing everything and just keeps helping the world. The more I give out, the more the universe tends to take care of me, and then I have more than enough again, and I just keep giving it back, and it keeps circulating. And it's currency. It's circulating. It's a current. It's energy. Money's just energy. So when you give it out, you're really putting off the vibration that you have more than enough. You're aligning with the frequency of generosity, which is what people with money are on, the frequency of being able to give. They're not scared about giving. They're not afraid to buy someone a birthday present. They're not afraid to, they're not making all these limiting choices and buying things because they're cheap rather than what they actually want. They're using money as a neutral tool, and they're using it more out of love rather than fear. So they're not sitting there terrified every time they spend money or give away $1 or whatever. So when I was really at my financial low point, just thousands and thousands of dollars in debt and constant overdrafts and all this stuff, I started just giving out money, even though I got so low that I was stealing to eat sometimes, and I wasn't proud of that at all. You know what I mean? It got to the point where it's didn't have any money, so I'm gonna go in the store and just throw some shit in my pocket and walk out and tell myself in my mind just I'm gonna pay them back later, or I'm gonna do something good later. And all that stealing and all that kind of did was just help me, or just keep me on this scarcity frequency of just not having enough. And all I did was manifest and attract more financial scarcity and more money problems, and just everything that could go wrong with money kept going wrong. But then when I switched my frequency and I started giving and I started being generous, I switched to the frequency of love rather than fear, because I was no longer worried about what I had. I was worried about who I could help and who I could bless. And the majority of the world really does live on $1 a day, $1.50 a day, I think, which is just mind-blowing. So I started giving. I remember just so many times taking my last dollar and trying to go give it out to someone, or donating at least $1. I started donating $1 a day to clean water, because it takes $1 to give someone clean water for a day. So I figured that's the least I could do. I could always manifest at least $1, and I have good friends and family and fans and people that'll take care of me if I really can't eat or whatever. And a lot of times I was just way too proud to ask anybody for help, or I feel like I already exhausted all my resources. And really, it's never a lack of resources that holds us back. It's always a lack of resourcefulness. There's always a way. If you want something bad enough, you'll find a way. If not, you'll find an excuse. And I really think it's just such a beautiful thing when you can start giving from the kindness of your heart because you genuinely want to help bless someone else. You genuinely feel for someone, compassion and empathy and gratitude for what you have, and you want to help make someone else's experience on this planet better. When you do that, you tap into the infinite resource of just infinite abundance because it's the frequency of love. It's the frequency of love that just comes from the creative source rather than the frequency of fear that comes from ego and scarcity, thinking we don't have enough. So really the secret to abundance is being grateful. Like, you've seen my hoodie that Felix sent me. If Felix News, one of the subscribers on this channel, and you'll see his comments below probably, but he makes shirts and mugs and stuff that say like gratitude equals abundance, and it's so true. Whatever we're grateful for, we get more of. Whatever we appreciate appreciates, goes up in value, and whatever we give, we receive. We don't get in life what we want, we get what we are, and we get what we're giving. It all comes back full circle. Whatever we're giving out comes back, and like I said, it's not like we're giving because, oh, if I give this money, then the universe is gonna give me some more money back. And like, I've been on that frequency too, and it doesn't work. It's the wrong vibration. But the frequency of like, I'm giving because I can, and I want to, and I'm okay, and I know I'm gonna be okay. I can give away this money right now, and my needs are still gonna be met. I'm still gonna survive. I'm still gonna wake up tomorrow. It's okay. Even if I go hungry today or for the next few days or whatever, it's gonna be okay. And now I'm at a place where I can give a lot more generously than I used to, and it just feels better and better. The more abundant I become, the more people I can help. It feels so good to be able to get gifts from my loved ones. Like, that used to tear my heart apart. Every time it was anyone's birthday, I would feel like, and like, you don't need to get someone a gift. Your presence is the best present. But like, you've probably been there too, when you want to do something for someone, or you want to even just like be there for someone, and you can't even afford to go be there because maybe they're in another city or across town, and you can't even afford to go be there and have your presence with them. You know what I mean? So become resourceful and become abundant, so you have more to give, and it's a better frequency. It's love. You can show up as a better parent, as a better son, as a better daughter, as a better friend, as a better coworker, as a better influencer, as a better artist, whatever, you name it, when you're abundant and when you start giving with a generous heart and just trusting in the universe. The universe is always going to have your back. And if you just keep giving generously and keep trying to serve people as much as you can, like, it doesn't even have to be money. If you really don't have any money and you really need that $1 to eat today, then keep that $1 for yourself and feed yourself. But maybe you can do something else for someone. Maybe someone just needs someone to talk to, I've gone and donated stuff to homeless people and given them resources and food and whatever, and I stop and talk to them, and like, there was one dude that told me, like, man, having a conversation with you meant more than like any of the stuff you just gave me. Like, the fact that you treated me like a human and you just talked to me for an hour and like carried on a normal conversation with me meant the world to me, and that brightened up my whole month. And like, he appreciated the oranges and whatever stuff we gave him too. But it just goes to show that like, you can always give. You always have something to give, even if you don't have any money or finances or whatever. You can give your word. I leave nice notes on people's cars every morning, and I don't really put money in there usually because I live in a wealthy area, and like the $1 on most of these people's cars isn't gonna like move the needle for them as much as like a kind message might. It's like today I put a nice note on a Tesla, like a brand new Tesla. I was like, homie, driving my dream car. He doesn't need the $1. He needs to be told that he's loved and appreciated, and he's here for a reason or whatever. So like, we can always give. I'm making this video as a form of giving right now, you know what I mean? And like, my $1 could be spent better donating into clean water in countries that don't have access to that. So like, I don't know, it's just the mindset of giving. Like Tony Robbins says, the secret to living is giving. Tony Robbins has like a bunch of famous stories about how when he was like at his lowest, brokest moments, he went and gave away his last little bit of money and helped bless other people, and then all of a sudden universe paid him back tenfold, and he received a random check in the mail from some dude owed him money from way forever back. And it seems to always happen like that, but it's like, Not when you're expecting it, it's just when you're doing it from your heart. It always comes back like tenfold. So give more, give whatever you can, and it's not about how much you give, it's about how much love you put into giving. Thank you for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, make sure to subscribe below. Hit subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. I'm trying to come up with some type of stupid catchphrase like that, but it's not working out too well. But if that's your vibe, smash subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow on another episode. Peace.